All right, fight fans, we back on here, bro. Back on here, back on. It wasn't even really nothing wrong after that last live stream. It just had to plug the mic on in, man. I thought there was some perhaps deeper issues, so I wanted to make sure we got it right. But we back on fight fans. Mainman is in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. What up to the fam, man? Salute to everyone, man. Much love to everyone in Mainman's boxing form over there on Facebook, man. Salute to y'all, bruh. Much love, man. Much love. Coming on through, man. Wanted to chop it on up a little bit on the early. You know, normally I don't come through this early, fight fans, but shit, if I got some extra time to chop it up about the fight game, definitely want to come on through and see what's cooking. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everyone as you come on through. Hit that thumbs up as you pull up. You already know. Thumbs up as you pull up. You already know. I want to say I appreciate everybody, man, as you came on through on that last live stream. And so hopefully YouTube shoot everything far as, you know, notification, everything like that on out. So everybody can come on back on through, man. But we going to rock on out and keep on going. I want to try to do a stream about this, and it ain't come out so well for my liking. So what I want to do is I wanted to get on here, man, and just kind of like clean some of that up and just kind of keep our eye on this situation kind of moving forward, man, and seeing what's going on and what's going to happen with this all right here, man. And the golden question is, where's the videotape, man? Everybody wants to know that golden question. Is there a videotape that's going to surface? We living in a day and time with videotape surface like after a major incidents like this. Shit, videotapes out here ASAP, Joe. I mean, video surveillance, elevator footage, kitchen footage. I don't know, footage from the building next door. Like somebody got a cell phone out. Like it's footage everywhere. You know what I mean? And I guess that's the question. Like, is there any footage? Like a club like Tootsie's, right? Is where they claim that one of these incidents happened. Like cell phones would have to be everywhere. That's another thing. Like it just where's footage? Just footage in general. We can say, hey, the surveillance footage may be used for an investigation of some sort. The cops might be using it, or because ain't no criminal charges been placed on Gervonta Davis. So if the folks might want to say, hey, that may be a thing where the investigation is holding the footage back or whatnot. I don't know. I mean, they can't hold the cell phone footage. They can't hold everyone's footage. And how many people will we be trying to make a dollar off some of that footage? That footage would be out here ASAP. I mean, ASAP. You know what I mean? So I find that real kind of hard to believe. It's that nothing exists. And here we are now. How many days? And to know that this happened, how this happened? Like this got reported like at the end of October. So here we are, November 5th, and nobody ain't got a cell phone clip. Nobody ain't got an audio clip. Nobody ain't got nothing. No, ain't nothing ain't surfaced. I just find that funny. I just do find that this is really interesting. For all of the stuff that was accused, up the stairs, through the kitchen, in the parking garage, bro. I've been a hole in the wall, little go-go spots that got cameras in the parking garage or in the parking lot, in they little parking lots or whatever. So I don't know, bro. I think the golden question when it come to that footage, it's like though ain't nothing, and like I said, I don't even feel comfortable with saying like videotape or even feel comfortable with saying surveillance tape. This ain't got to be a Ray Rice moment. Like it's being described like a Ray Rice moment. But it ain't got to be a moment where the elevator tape got it. Like, does anybody got anything? Not even an employee that was working in the kitchen, the chef, the butcher, the baker, and nobody. Nobody ain't want to get a dollar and say, hey, let me hit up the thirsty ass media and sell my footage of Tank Davis snatching up this girl through the kitchen and up the stairs and down through the parking garage and all this shit. That is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just think that's the golden question. Now, whether or not this has anything to do with whether or not the fight should or should not happen between him and Jake Paul, like I said the other day, man, I don't think that this is a wrong decision on Jake Paul's behalf. I don't think that Jake Paul is doing nothing wrong here. You dig? Salute to the fam coming on through, man. Salute, salute. I don't think that Jake Paul is honestly doing anything here, man. Wrong here. Salute the Hawaiian Blue, man. 100 grand. Salute the Hawaiian Blue. Much love coming on through, man. Yeah, I don't think Jake doing anything wrong. I think what Jake is doing is just business. I see you to hit the claims that he kind of putting out here now, making it like, hey, my business is about women, which is true. I mean, he does got women boxing, which is very true. His demographic is heavily going to be women fans, women boxing fans, or women combat sports fans, or whatever you might want to say. It's going to be that. And he can't piss that demo off, Joe, fucking with no damn Tank Davis. That's just the facts of the matter. So I totally get Jake Paul from that standpoint. Not to mention, once again, the relationship with Netflix. Netflix is not going to jeopardize nothing for no damn Tank Davis. Whether these allegations are true or not, these are some serious allegations. I mean, some serious words is being thrown around when it comes to this whole thing, y'all. Like some serious, they using words like kidnapping and all kinds of shit like battery and all of these type of things. Like they using some heavy duty words and like they accusing Tank Davis of some heavy duty stuff. So Netflix and MVP like Slim. If we got women we got to look out for. Netflix got to put on programming that targets women. Salute to the homie coming on through DGO. What up with you? Joe. They got a responsibility to their folks as well, and they're not gonna jeopardize that with these allegations. Once again, will they sit back and wait to see if they're true or not? Nah, hell nah. Not to mention this is not like I said, this is not the Super Bowl of boxing exhibitions or whatever you want to call it. This ain't the Super Bowl of the circus. If it ain't the Super Bowl of the circus, what the hell is it worth? Even if the allegations are true or not. That's how they looking at it from a business standpoint. We got to understand. Jake Snow over here, he's a businessman. Jake Snow is a businessman disguised as a fighter. He just uses the fight game to do his business. But he's a businessman. He's a promoter, right? He's a wannabe type fighter, pseudo fighter, whatever he is. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, dog. What the hell is he on, bro? But anyway, man, you know what I mean? My deal is, allegedly, you know what I mean? But my deal is, man, he's still a businessman. You know, he got to protect his business interests. And ain't nobody gonna go to the cleaners fucking around with no Gervonta Tank Davis. Salute to the homie Rick Swartz coming on through. Rick, what up with you? Greg Hill in the building. Greg, what's going on with you, man? Salute, man. He say salute boxing OG. Salute to you, champ. Thanks for coming on through off the early, man. We chilling off the early. Hope everything clear out there, everyone. Let me know if we have any technical difficulties. I think we should be moving pretty smooth this time around. We once again was smooth last time. Just my mic wasn't plugged in. I thought we was having deeper issues, but look like we wasn't. You know what I mean? Look like we wasn't. So we gonna cruise on, man. Rick, what up with you, Rick? We say, yo, man, there is a theory that this kind of case is contractually acceptable. Late ducking technique thoughts. It's been done many times before. Facts. Yeah, I don't think that theory is wrong for being included. You saying like, look, maybe the ticket sales, maybe the pay-per-view projections wasn't looking so hot. So maybe they said, you know what, let's put some stuff out here in the public and make it, it is what it is. This is a common thing with guys like Tank. And not to mention, let's call it for what it is. I got proof. This is a common thing with the outfit of PBC. It just really is. I got a lot of fights that suspicious pullouts. It's a suspicious circumstances. But hey, it comes with the game, right? But look, if your mindset is, hey, dog, maybe this wasn't doing so well, man, and this story is out there, maybe this is why we don't see convictions of no criminal convictions. We seeing civil convictions. But once again, I got to still polish up on the law to know if anybody from Florida out there, man, and y'all if your knowledge is good about this, let me know, man. I'll be down to know will the cops still take this upon themselves to say, hey, we still want to take it to the criminal level? Like, even if the supposed victim doesn't, like, will they still go forward with it? I don't know. I gotta polish up on that area of the law, man. So I know a lot of states do that, you know what I mean, and a lot of areas still do that. It don't matter if the person keep pushing for these type of allegations that's being kicked around. The names of these allegations, like I said, like battery and, you know, all of that other stuff, man. Like, it's major. And so, you know, man, I hope once again, Tank, man, look, it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? And that's my thought from the other night as well. It's very, very unfortunate. I look at it, man, and when I ask the karma question, I gotta ask, is it really karma? What goes around comes around. Me feeling bad for Tank Davis in this moment is just something I can't do. You know what I'm saying? I just say it's very unfortunate and down with a major fumble. But feeling bad and so sad and, ooh, Tank Davis, oh, why is the whole world picking on him? Hell to the nah. Hell to the nah. That ain't what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Over here, what I'm saying is what goes around comes around. What you did, dog, you know, the shit that you did and involved looking. You got to pay the price for that. And this is a hell of a bag you probably fumbled. So, hey, take a charge into the game, learn from it, refocus, retool, move forward. It's the way this works. The way this works. Shit you've been involved in, you dig? Nah, it's the way this works, dog. You know what I mean? And also, like, even so much, like, the way you treated Lamont Roach, that was foul. Laughing at his face, thinking that you taking food off his plate. And also, I want to give my condolences. I want to give my condolences to Lamont Roach, who recently has lost his mom. You know what I mean? For those who haven't heard, Lamont Roach is dealing with a heavy, heavy loss. My condolences goes out to him and his entire family. And man, it's a tough loss. I've been there. I know what that is. I know what that feels like. There ain't no words that no one could really give you. But I'm just going to say, champ, whenever you decide to come back, I don't know how this is going to have an outcome of the pit bull fight, or if we get it or not, you know what I mean, if we move forward with it or what. But, you know what I mean, whenever you come back to the game, bro, you know what I mean, we're going to be right here to root for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So my condolences goes out to Lamont Roach after the loss of his mom, dog. Tough loss, you know what I'm saying? Tough loss, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, but, you know, all of that, dog, like I said, man, that type of stuff right there, Joe, that's the type of stuff to me that, you know, it make me go, I can't feel bad for him. I can't feel bad for him, champ. Salute to my main man, Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more coming on through. Bruce, what's up with you? Salute to man, and good morning to you, good brother. Good morning to you, man. Thanks for rocking out with the homie today, man. Much love. I got my sis in here. What up with ya? La D on deck. What's up, Queen? What's going down? Hope all is well. Salute to La D. And she all ready. You know what I'm saying? Seen and unseen boxing says, yo, man, he shot himself in the foot and now he bleeding out. What a fool, bro. Yeah, bro. It's the fumble of the decade, dog. Like, shawty, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You right. And listen, like I said, this is to me, once again, karma. Car accident, all of that boasting and bragging and, you know, sticking his chest out, all of the shit he's been involved in. Bro, come on, bro. This is karma. The basketball game, it's all karma, bro. Not moving right, catching up with you. And it caught up with him in this instance. In this instance, he wasn't bigger than the situation. See, that's the whole deal. See, Tank Davis in most cases have been bigger than the situation, meaning whoever he, like with Lamont Roach, oh, I'm bigger than him. I can walk all over Lamont Roach. I can do what I want to. I can move out of the fight, sign a contract, don't fight, whatever I want to do. But see, with this dude, you can't move that way because he's a whole different type of thing. You know what I'm saying? He's a whole type of business entity. In his mind, he bigger than you. In his mind, he look at you like a dumbass. Whole time. He thought that this would have been something big. That's why he approached you. But in his mind, he really thinks you a dumbass. But look at the stuff that he's saying about you. He don't really respect you. He never really did. He just saw you as a little lick, like maybe some easy work to get some stripes. Like, oh, I beat an actual fight. I beat Gervonta Davis. He thought you was going, walk the plank, beat on a little fighter. He'll get the credit. You was going to be the poster child for. But instead, now he looking at you some type of way, dog. So listen, you can kiss it now. Now you messed that whole situation up. The little bit of whatever he had to want, maybe because whole time it just looked like he was just looking for somebody originally just to save the date. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I don't even think Tank Davis was his first option. He was looking at Anthony Joshua. They would negotiate for the longest. Something went left between Jake and Eddie. That's how that went. And at the last minute, they went to Tank Davis. So, dog, come on, bro. That's come on, Mo. Dolomite says, yo, man, he robbed boxing and boxing fans with the amount of fights that we have ducked over the years. He thought that he was getting the weight scot-free with a big bag, but his own actions screwed that up. That's karma, bro. Everybody's just describing karma. All of this shit, if it's something like this happening to come out of nowhere, bro, is he do you put it on him to be the dumbass? Absolutely. Absolutely. But once again, that's how it happens, bro. That shit comes back around on you. You do this, the dumbest shit. Tank Davis, man, has been arrogant as hell, dog. I've been saying this for as far as I can remember, and I'm a supporter and fan of Tank. For those who don't know, I'm a major supporter and fan of Tank, but he's been arrogant as hell, bro, doing shit that don't make sense, and wonder why in the end, if he don't make the right moves, he can end up very much to be a broke fighter. But before this is all said and done, how the hell you supposed to be the biggest name on American soil? And the projection that you on, you can be a broke ass fighter. That's being 100. Because you got to keep throwing out money for this, money for that, dumb shit, dog, legal fee. That's how fighters go. That's the traditional story, homie. Look, from what I see over the years watching boxing through the eons of time, man, through watching boxing documentaries, it always ends, if the ones that go broke, they go broke in one or two ways. Bad investments or a lot of lawsuits. One or the other. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Constant run-ins with the law. Breaking them. Lawyers breaking them constantly. Lawsuits, settlements, left and right, breaking them. You trying to get purses and then you can't even get a full purse because you got payments coming out of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean, bro, man. That's how fighters end up broke. Don't want to see that for the homie, bro. But shawty, you gotta move different. Maybe that was the move for this this fight. Like, dog, I gotta recoup. Like I said, I get it. You gotta recoup. This was supposed to be a recoup. It's like Lamont, you gotta hold on, bro. Like I took some L's outside the ring, not inside the ring. I ain't taking no L's inside the ring. I'm taking them outside the ring. So guess what? I gotta go make this right. I gotta get back. I gotta put some shit together. And look, I didn't put this shit together real quick. And you know what I'm saying? Let me go try to make this real quick because PBC ain't giving me shit. Every time I turn around, I'm thinking that the fight gonna do well and I'm gonna be straight. But dog, here come a hand. There go another hand. A hand. There's hands everywhere. It's like hamburger help up in this mug. Hands all over the damn place. That's Tank issue. But hey, bro, and my deal is, man, look, your actions caught up with you here, man. And the shit that you want, bro, you gotta get your head together, man. Shawty gotta get it together, man. And it's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, very unfortunate. Yeah, man, Lamont Roach is he's definitely going through it right now. So once again, my condolences to him. Yeah, it's very unfortunate, man. This can propel Lamont Roach, man. We make it and I hate to use boxing at a time like this to speak on it, but make it not to say he's the underdog against Pitbull, but remember what powered James Buster Douglas. You know what I'm saying? Remember what powered him to beat Mike Tyson in Japan that night. No, his mom. Also his mom. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, like I said, if Lamont Roach, hopefully, if he just continues to go forward with that Pitbull fight, Hopefully this doesn't this powers him in that direction, as opposed to maybe him not being locked in and focused enough for the for the fight. 'Cause this can definitely be something that can take you one way or the other. You know what I mean? Especially approaching such a big fight where he's the head of his first major pay-per-view. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he wanted to really, really do this for his mom, man. You know what I mean? So close to the fight. So that's got to be rough. That's got to be rough. Got to be rough, man. Got to be rough. Tell Jake to go and fight Wilder. Yeah, the question of what's going to happen next before both cats, man, is really, really interesting. When it comes to Tank and Lamont Roach now, it's like, for real, bro, after all of this drama, this public drama that's played out between Tank, Jake, and all of the ducking and all of the people, been so much emotional animosity built. And then the Lamont Roach, if he comes out on top of the Pitbull Cruz situation, and it'll be such a triumphant moment for him, I'm sure, a really emotional moment for him to do this, in wake of his mom. This would be huge. Bro, it sets the stage for a monster rematch, man. I hate to go there right now, but I mean, as a boxing fan, I got to observe it from that standpoint. Homie, it has set the stage for a monster rematch. A monster rematch. Oh, man, it'll be a lot built up. It'll be, and then Lamont Roach will really be playing the hero going into that fight for the most part. Against the big villain is Tank Davis. And I think Lamont Roach will rack up a ton of support heading back into that moment. You know what I mean? So when you think about what's next, I'm sure for Tank Davis, given that he lost this big bag, dog, like, he can't go nowhere else but Lamont Roach. It's messed up. They tried to line Lamont Roach up with this fight. And who knows? Maybe Lamont Roach says, you know what? Maybe he says, you know what? Maybe right now, if he's not focused to go into the Pitbull fight, go straight into the Tank rematch. Tank wasn't seriously taking Jake Paul seriously, so he ain't had no serious training camp. He can't make the date. He can't be a last-minute stand-in. Tank ain't going to do that. It is a hell of a ticket. And if Tank was at the top of that instead of Pitbull Cruz, woo! Imagine that. Imagine that. Tank at the top of the ticket that they put together with all of them fighters on that undercard, that would have been super duper. You dig? I wish, but that's wishful thinking on my part. You know what I mean? Damn, man. You know what I mean? Give Francis Ngannou credit for standing on business and turning the fight down. Yeah, I seen Francis Ngannou and Jake Paul going back and forth. Jake, listen, he turned down also Nate Diaz. I see Nate Diaz out there trying to call for a rematch. But yeah, that's good, man. You know what I mean? Let Jake earn his stripes against a real fighter. I told you, I see they talking about, hey, you depending on the article you read, but I see they talking about Andre Ward. I seen Andre Ward name getting kicked around. I seen AJ's name getting kicked around. Who else they kicking around right now? They gonna end up with probably some scrub, I'm sure. Anytime they was looking to fight Tank. You know what I mean? I know Ryan Garcia got shut down by Oscar. Oscar said hell to the nah. We lining you up with what we got going on. You know what I mean? So it is what it is with that. Good. I'm glad to see that. I like Manny Pacquiao. I told you, I think that Manny Pacquiao should get the fight. Pacquiao's a legend. Pacquiao ain't had an exhibition yet, man. Give Pacquiao his exhibition. Even my top two are Pacquiao and Andre Ward. Andre Ward can take it too. You know what I'm saying? He put the work in. He earned the stripes. Why not? Beat up on Jake for a bag. You dig? I'm with all that. You know what I mean? I'm with all that, man. I'm with all that. Yeah, hey, thanks. Yeah, JP, man, you gotta thanks for just checking up, bro. Thanks for just checking up. I know they not on my side right now. They want me to put in more work again, man. So we're gonna get back into their supposed good graces, you know what I'm saying? As long as we keep our workload up. That's the key thing. So it's they ain't in our corner right now, but they'll be back. You know what I mean? They'll be back. Berlanga begging for a Paul fight, says Bruce Gash. Berlanga's begging for a Paul fight. Miss me with it. Berlanga should be begging for a Caleb Plant fight, and that's all I want here. A Paul fight. What has Berlanga done? Berlanga is the last man. Give Richard Hitchens a fight before you give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Call me Chuck E, call me Chuck E, alright? Call me Chuck E, call me Chuck E, alright? Fuck out of here, dog. He don't deserve nothing, you know what I mean, other than a Caleb Plant ass whooping. But nah, man, throw Andre Ward in that game, Joe. Throw him in the game. You know what I'm saying? Throw him in the game. Waiting for Ramirez. Who's Ramirez? What Jake is waiting for Ramirez? What's Ramirez? Zerto? If he do the Zerto joint, he'll get some. Now that I would show some love to. I'll show some real love. You ain't talking about Zerto. He ain't going after Zerto, the champ. The champ at cruising. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But as for Gervonta Davis, listen, he is stuck. He can't go nowhere else, in my opinion, other than Lamont Roach. That's just the position he in. Where else is he gonna go? And then or y'all know the WBA ain't gonna order no mandatory. You can forget that. They got Floyd Schofield right there, #1 position. If y'all think that the WBA gonna just order the Schofield fight, or they gonna check with PBC and all of that shit, hell no. So where else is Tank gonna go? We took a look at his sanctioning body the other day. It ain't nothing really worth, jumping for joy over. We not talking unless we talking about a unification, but we can't be talking about none of that shit until we talking about seeing what's gonna happen with Lamont Roach. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And this is the situation Tank put himself in. You know what I mean? This shit is really some serious karma right here, bro. This is shit, some serious what's going around, coming around. I'm looking at it right now again, dog, to see if there's anything been updated. And the head is held to the knob. I don't want to see none of this shit, dog. I don't want to see anything. I don't even recognize most of these cats. Rabbi, Usamanov, Uzuki. It's time for Tank Davis to maybe consider moving up, bro. Real spill, bro. If you're not going to do the Shakur Stevenson thing, man, or anything else, they not going to do no Abdullah Masons. They're not going to do none of that shit. Politically, none of that shit lines up. Matter of fact, politically at 135, it's really anti-Tank. If I'm looking it over real spill, it's anti-Tank at 135. Nothing other than nobody ain't trying to see that, Joe. They might do that too. That's a fight that they would probably even do. Mark Maxeo and Gervonta Davis for the Philippines. But man, get out of here, Joe. I don't want to see nothing at that sanctioning body other than Lamont Roach, and that's just once again the situation. So Roach should take this as a lot of leverage. I don't even think a lot of boxing fans will let Tank off the hook with this. Bro, where else you gonna go? If you go anywhere else other than Lamont Roach, you are the biggest freaking duck in the sport of boxing. No one has no. I don't care what none of his fans would say. There would be absolutely no excuses, bro. No excuses. No excuses. Remember they shared that last card. Oh yeah, facts. Zerto might get the fight. Hey, if Zerto get the fight on Jake, man, if Jake do that, dog, that'd be huge. As far as from a boxing fan standpoint, that'd be something I'd show some love to be honest with you. And that's gonna be a real interesting look. I think Jake is gonna get his ass whooped. I think he's gonna get knocked all the way out. Easy work. But no way. Nah, man, nobody don't want to see Mark Maxeo. That's all that Tank Davis got left at 135 pounds outside of Shakur Stevenson and Lamont Roach. That's as simple as that. And Lamont Roach now currently is fighting up at 40. Lamont Roach is currently fighting up at 40. What Tank gonna try to bring him back down in weight? You know, and that's what's going to more than likely happen. But that's good that this is only his first fight at 40, so he can come on right back down. And Tank ain't gonna go up to 40. And that's the wild part about it. See, that's the thing that's just it pisses you off about Gervonta Davis. He won't go up to 40 to face Gary Antoine Russell. That's a fight that's blockbuster. World title. Gary got the WBA at 40. You got the WBA at 35. You just move up or whatever y'all got to do. The fight, it's politically, it's right there. Easy work. But I bet you we won't get that damn fight. That's the shit I be saying, and that's the frustrating thing about this whole shit. Other than, bro, the DMV right now, to be honest with you, got Gervonta Davis kind of circled. I don't think that other than Shakur Stevenson, dog, I don't see nobody else accepting nothing else from Tank Davis. And see, we can start having this conversation now that this Jake Paul shit is over or whatever's going to happen. the biggest question right now, I guess, as far as for Tank Davis, for me, involving the Jake Paul shit, is he going to stay out of jail? That's all I really want to know. Me feeling sorry for him and the world picking on him and so on. Is he going to stay out of jail, given that all of these allegations are happening? And if any of this shit sticks while he's on paper. But if anybody also wondering, man, do you think any of this shit is true? Bro, if no footage pop up, I'm going to be honest with y'all, fam. It's going to be hard for me to say that, this is true. It's messed up. It happened. He may even still lose out on it. I don't know. But to say for me to believe that it's true in this day and age, for what's been described in this whole situation, and this is just a fair, honest point. Being drugged through stairs, all of this, and nothing surfaces in 2025, it's hard to believe. A celebrity of Gervonta Davis's level, nobody ain't trying to get no black market dollars. Nobody ain't trying to get nothing. It's hard to believe, dog. It's really hard to believe. And so, a lot of this shit could have happened behind closed doors, so we won't know. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like what's being described, the main issue that publicly that we know, it's like, dog, something got to be out here over that shit. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it don't. I'm just saying that, damn, it's November the 5th and nothing in 2025. Come on, bro. Like, shit be out here fast, man. These mamas got to eat. These paparazzis, bro, they got to eat, man. They ain't going to let nothing like this just sit on the back burner, bro. Eat good, you know what I'm saying? No freaking way, dog. But I'll definitely take the Zerto situation, man. I definitely take the Zerto situation. Man, hell to the nah, man. No Frank Martin, bro. Hey, speaking of somebody upsetting the party, bro, I heard Eddie Hearn talking about some after Laura and Janabek that his dude gonna get in the mix. Ammo Williams is gonna be ordered by the IBF as a mandatory, and so that's gonna pretty much shut down the whole undisputed moves at 160 pounds that we want to see, so Bud Crawford can get involved, man. Y'all heard about that shit, man? I'm sitting in my like, oh, here we go again, bro. The IBF can't do nothing like this, dog. Come on, bro. You can't stop no undisputed situations like this. Now, whether or not Carlos Adames is going to play ball and negotiate and all of this other jazz, we ain't got to that point yet, fight fans. I don't know. But the fact is, hey, Slim, the IBF got to sit down, man. Come on, get out of the way, bro. You see what's all coming together at 160 pounds. All of this, man, look, nobody have no interest in seeing Ammo get into the mix. I mean, he can get in the mix if he, I guess, good enough to beat somebody, but I don't think he honestly beats Janabek, in my opinion. If Janabek wins, of course. And I don't think he beats Laura. Either way. It's corny, man, what they doing at 160 pounds, man. It's just nothing, that's not in demand from the fight fans, bro. And the sanctioning body on this one, bro, if Terrence Crawford, or if Carlos Adames decides to say, hey, I want to sit down and negotiate with these people for undisputed, the IBF should not get involved and stop that situation. They should not, under any circumstances, get involved and stop that. Like, what are we trying to do? This is how the sport of boxing has to grow. People are following what the hell Terrence Crawford is doing right, like the moves he's making. Every step is a great step. And so what he's trying was formulating at 160 looks to be something like another history-making thing that's coming together. It came together at 40, it came together at 47, it came together at 68, and now it's starting to come together at 60 for him. It's like that every way he goes, fucking magic, the clouds just start forming the right way and shit, and he can just move in and go for some great undisputed type moves. It's like great steps. Every step is great. It's like watching Michael Jackson's feet. Remember how like every step would have like glitter and light and shit all around the shit? You know what I'm saying? Like every step that Terrence Crawford is taking in boxing seems to be a great move. And we can't let the IBF get in, like, see, they the ones that deal with the shit that they did to Terrence Crawford at 47. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the IBF and Terrence Crawford, I don't know what he did to y'all, bro. Y'all stripped him at 47. Over Jerron Buzenas, of course. But you stripped him at 47. Damn, boy, the IBF don't be letting Bud live at all, shawty. And now y'all gonna try to shut him down for doing the whole undisputed perhaps move at 160 pounds. Ain't nobody got time to see no trunk ammo Williams. Now, my thing is, listen, if Adamas wasn't willing to deal, which we won't know, you know what I mean? Hopefully, I don't know. I'm gonna see if Adamas comes out publicly with something. But if he wasn't willing to deal, then it makes sense. But at least wait till we get to that moment. At least wait and see that, hey, you know what I mean? Adamas ain't trying to put this all together. So, you know, I don't know whether or not even the IBF has even got a heads up from Adamas or PBC or whoever else, you know what I'm saying? That no, he's not trying to pursue undisputed. Unless the IBF got something like that, man. Oh, this is shit. Stand down, bro. Let that shit come together. You know what I mean? IBF is doing the same at 115, blocking ban from undisputed. Damn. Bro, IBF, man. I block fights. The I block fights federation and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be they all viral and shit. I block fights. The I block fight sanctioning body fight fan. Lord have mercy. Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? I block fights. Shit. I'm surprised that the IBF haven't ordered Bud to fight. Bro, they gonna be. I bet you that they would be the first sanctioning body to strip him at 168 pounds. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? If anybody's going to strip Bud Crawford first at 168 pounds, more than likely, bet your cash it's going to be the IBF. And dog, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, the IBF need to just, if this situation come together like this, nah, man. And see, Eddie Hearn, is he wrong? No, he's a promoter. He got a fighter. You know what I mean? He got business to worry about. He got business to do. Totally understand from Eddie Hearn's standpoint. Not blaming him, but still, at the end of the day, bro, come on, IBF, man. God damn, come on, IBF. What the hell did Bud Crawford? How do you strip Bud Crawford while he's contractually waiting on a rematch with Earl Spence Jr. and stuck in the contract? And the IBF, you know what I'm saying, listening to this drawing and it's whine their ear off, just stripped him, bro. Like, damn. I block fights. Hashtag I block fights. Let that spread, man. You know what I mean? WBC interim is on the same card for a reason. And I got Adamas moving up, man. Man, listen, if Adamas going to dip or if Adamas going to get out of the way, then that's cool. I understand that part. I totally get it. Then the IBF gonna go. Gotta keep. They'll get involved and do the mandatory thing. I understand from that standpoint. But bro, if Adamas is willing to deal, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe Bud Crawford wanted to move in and take Adamas would definitely will and deal with Bud. He'll definitely will and deal with Crawford. But we can't even get to these moments. IBF out here just like, damn. And then they blocking while fights are going on. That's what makes it so bad. Like, it's not like fights are not happening. We actually have Laura and Janet back. So if that fight is actually together, you see that coming together, which we didn't think that, honestly, in a million years we would get something like that. Think about it. Think about it. So even with the inclusion of Turkey Al-Sheikh, that I think is the hidden glue, of course, in all of that, you know what I mean? But he can definitely pull Adamas. Adamas has already fought with Turkey, so he can definitely do the whole Adamas and versus the winner of that. That's easy work. Adamas is for Hamza Shiraz, so that's easy work. It's not like that's an impossible thing to put together politically. You know what I mean? So come on, bro. Like that, but we got to get to those moments where I block fights. I block fights getting all in the mix. You dig? It ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen, fight. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But as far as fight fans, for those who came in on the second half of this Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul thing, and I said this at the top of the video, I want to kind of revisit this point for those who came in on the second half, is when it comes to this fight footage, when it comes to the actual video fight footage, man, like, I'm with everybody. I mean, listen, something got to come out to prove a lot of those claims. That would be an interesting thing. Like 2025, anybody got any footage, any camera footage, anything on a Polaroid, anything. I mean, we got stairwells, we got garages, we got kitchens. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of some serious shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody around the whole situation got nothing. I mean, she's kidnapping and batteries and all of this shit, man. I mean, that's a lot of some heavy, heavy duty allegations. Like I said before, so when it comes to the footage, something got to least surface. I'm with the a notion of the police can have all the surveillance all day. I'm with that notion. You know what I mean? I think that if there's a behind the scenes thing going on to see if they can charge him, some sort of like they doing a restraining order thing, they calling it an injunction. So if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? If there's a like, we gonna wait and see if we got enough evidence to charge the dude. If it's something like that ongoing and something like that playing out, then I all right, cool. You know what I mean? But once again, where's the cell phone footage? Where's anyone that's around the situation? No one saw nothing. You know what I mean? There's no other footage of nothing. Heavy duty shit. You know what I mean? So that my thing is, Netflix is not wrong also. In my opinion, Jake Paul is not wrong also for pulling out of this situation. It is what it is, dog. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Tank Davis fumbled this. It's karma to me on his behalf. It's what goes around, comes around. It's what, you put out something, it's going to come back to you, dog. A lot of people believe in that. And I think that's what happened here in this situation for Tank Davis. I don't feel bad for him at all. I think that, honestly, there's a lot of money for those who wondering, like, yo, man, how could you not want to see the brother maybe get more bread? You know what I mean? You say you like Tank. I'm with it. I'm down to see Tank get the bread. And I'm a thorough believer that the money is there in boxing for Tank to get it. It's not like I'm talking about, Tank Davis is not going to have this, but then turn around and can't make this or more in the fight game. Because that's very possible. You dig? So, at the end of the day, dog, I hope Gervonta Davis learns from this moment moving forward. I hope he get it together. I hope he sit down with the people that's important to him. Get his head together, Joe. Because he all over the place. I seen that shit he posted about Victor Conti the other day, dog. It's real messed up, man. But, hey, that's how he feel, bro. I know a lot of people were looking at Tank as a bad human being for saying the shit he said about Victor Conti. But, hey, that was a op. That was an enemy. What do y'all expect? And if you are op and an enemy, don't expect for me to say nice things about you. It's really messed up, though. But in rest in peace to Victor Conti. Y'all know how I feel about it. But in Tank Davis is on how he felt. And people mad at what he said. Look, that was one of his people he saw as an op. You know what I mean? I can't, I say it's messed up that what he said, but I can't be, hold nothing against Tank on that one, man. But we'll see which way that he moves, fight fans. I'm gonna leave it right here. I wanted to do this live stream to clarify pretty much that other stream from the other day once again. And because it was so much buffering going on and stuff like that in that stream. So I wanted to kind of hit on a lot of those same points in this right here, dog. And nothing is really, we're going to be keeping our eyes open to see what the police do. And most importantly, how this affects Gervonta Davis while he's on papers. That's the worst part about all this. That's the part that can actually put him behind, the jail or whatever, Joe. And we don't want to see none of that. You know what I mean? That's nothing that nobody want to see. I want to see him learn lessons, and I think he learned the valuable lesson. Hopefully. I don't know if he learned the lesson or not, but hopefully he felt the sting of losing however millions of dollars that was supposed to be an easy lick. That was supposed to be an easy lick, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully he feel the sting of that and say, listen, I got to come out here and put some belt to ass now, dog. I can't come out here bullshitting. I got to come out here making the fights, the ones that's going to really pay me. And the ones that's, in the way the environment is in the sport of boxing, bro, like if anybody talking this dumb shit about Tank retiring and all of that shit, like, bro, the way that the climate is now, we at a point with Gervonta Davis where he gotta fight top tier fights. Think about it. I mean, who can they? I don't think there's nobody else that they can dig up. You know what I mean? I don't, unless Manny Pacquiao, right? Maybe that's why Floyd came out here with the easy skunk. But like, nah, I'm rematching Pacquiao. But maybe that's why they came out with that, to make sure that Tank don't get the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But other than bro, what are they going? Where else is he gonna go? And if he want the big money, you gotta go to Turkey Al Sheikh to get it, right? And if you're gonna go that way to get it, the only fights he gonna want, Shakur, Devin, shit like that. If you stay on PBC side and you move up, Gary Antoine right there. You feel me? If you sit in at 135, outside of the Shakur crossover fight, which I think people will understand in that case. Other than the Shakur crossover fight, you got to rematch Lamont Roach. So it's like in the climate of boxing, the current climate for Gervonta Davis, he's gonna come back to being surrounded by threats, huge threats. And this is the real, for those who really are critical of Gervonta, like this is the put up or shut up moments that y'all were looking for. You know what I mean? Even if you don't want to say, yo, main man, all of that old criticism is just old shit. Fuck it. From going forward right here to next, right here, right now, going forward. Every moment for Gervonta Davis can be critical. I mean, big fights, big fights, big money fights, big events. The moments that we've been wanting to see. I mean, bro, like, who can y'all think they can manufacture, bro? He gonna fight Monster Anui or some shit? Who else he gonna fight? They doing Stephen Fulton versus O'Shaquie Foster. I don't think that he would get the win of that. And they happening at a lower weight class. But even so much, I don't think that they would try to, hype up the winner of that for a Tank Davis fight. I don't see that. That don't make sense. I'm trying to think that they got a Latin fighter that they can gin up right now for Tank Davis. This is the put up or shut up moment, bro. Who else would they put up, bro? I mean, I don't think that they would go to the youngsters. Like, they would avoid the Floyd Schofields and the Abdullah Masons and shit, because, that's too threatening. Meaning that, I'm not saying that Tank doesn't beat him. Tank probably beat him, but it's still one of these youngsters catch Tank slipping and they lose control of that whole. That'll be a terrible look for Tank. I just don't think that it just don't make no sense. Tank is an attraction. It wouldn't, they probably wouldn't think it'd be the same. They pulling from the same fan bases. It'd be a lot of that going on. So, nowhere in the world that he goes after a lot of these youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere in the world he goes after a lot of these youngsters. I just don't see no other name that they can manufacture fight fans. You see what I'm saying? I got 35 right here on your screen. Do y'all see anybody at 35 that's jumping off of this damn page for Gervonta Tank Davis next? I don't see nothing. Nothing. Paulo says, yo, man, why was it canceled? Why was it canceled? Because of these allegations that's on Gervonta Davis. Because of the allegations. Simple as that. Not whether or not it's true. Not whether or not it actually happened. This is being completely honest. It's not about that. It's about the simple allegations of it. And this is terrible. This will be bad for business for, once again, Jake Paul, who's a promoter in women's boxing, who had women on the actual card, on the undercard. Bumgardner was on there, right? And, of course, Netflix, who got, I'm sure, a lot of women subscribers outside of boxing. They ain't going to fuck it up for them. So the allegations that Gervonta Davis got made on him from his his jump off of 5 months, his cocktail waitress of 5 months. You know what I'm saying? That's enough to make this get canceled. And I tell you, bro, like I was saying the other night, man, I that's another thing I won't get, bro. Why doesn't Gervonta Davis, bro, a dude who got all of this shit to lose, man, you better go back to the sandbox, bro, and find you a chick, man. You keep trying to get these little Instagram. Why y'all be trying to get these little Instagram, little cocktail thoughts just because you got money and think you going to make them your girl and all of this and everything going to be everything? You just going to just change her mind in a matter of months. Hey, she is who she is, dog. You should have been who you are and approached that situation totally different. I don't be understanding it, man. No way. No way. Go back to the sandbox, brother. Find you the one that loved you, man, that had love for you before you had the money. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, though, fight fans, man, at 35, man, ain't shit here for Tank, bro. Other than Lamont Roach rematch. That's the number one deal. Simple and Simon. And that makes a ton of sense. Think about how much, like I say, how big that fight gonna be. And think about most importantly, now, hey, PBC, whether or not Lamont Roach can beat Tank, it is what it is. I know PBC gonna be watching this Cruz fight hard. I mean hard. If Lamont can get through this and try and bro, the loss of his mom may just, I'm telling you, power him and give him a superpower, empower him to destroy Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Oh, if that happens, bro, oh, the Tank fight gonna be, oh, it's gonna be huge. And Tank, you better watch out, because hey, at that point, Lamont gonna be on a serious mission. You gonna have to deal with a warrior, bro. So I mean, oh, this can really go. But like I say, 35, man, this shit is just nah, bro. Andy Cruz, man, nah, I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see that. Keyshawn ain't even at 35 no more. Man, we up at 40, bro. This is where it's at right now. This is the shit we need from Tank Davis. If he coming back, if you fighting big ass Jake, see, this is another thing for Tank. That Tank fans are gonna have to deal with this type of criticism right here. Y'all better get y'all defense ready, because y'all gonna have a tough one dealing with this. And that is, if he moved up or was willing to face a dude the size of Jake Paul, all of this, he can't fight 40 pounders. Bro, that good luck trying to fight that talking point. That's going to be a tough one to battle. And all of this smoke is at 40. Teo, Mateus, Gary Antoine Russell, Richardson Hitchens. We got smoke galore. Keyshawn's up there. This is the moment, bro. Like, at the end of the day, this is where my boxing fan get excited about the situation. Feeling sorry about Tank. Look, do I feel like maybe PBC could probably maneuver him out of this or whatever? I think Tank, as long as no footage really and nothing, if they don't have nothing like that, bro, these are just allegations from a chick he dealt with for 5 months. That's all it is. It could be here today, honestly, and gone tomorrow. All we focus on, honestly, he lost his fight, and what's going to happen now, him going forward in boxing. That's where I'm at with it. And as a boxing fan, I'm actually now, bro, really excited to welcome back Gervonta Davis to the fight game. Oh, yeah. I'm very happy to have him back. Because, hey, all of you critics that wanted to see him get proven, well, I don't think that we got no other choice. I don't see nothing else. No maneuvers. Oh, I don't see no way. Hold on, let me be, because we got fucking with these folks, man. You got to cover everything. At 30, bro, like, Willie, I don't think he does Shaqy Foster and Stephen Fulton a winner. I don't think he do that. Is it impossible? It's not impossible, I think, but I think that's slim to none. Ain't nothing else at 30. No, we ain't got nobody gonna move up and challenge Tank Davis from 30. No, he got nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. So the critics, y'all should be very excited to see Gervonta Davis come back to the game. You understand? I should be very happy. Even to the Gervonta Davis fans, Tank Nation. Hey, listen, y'all should be happy too. Everybody should be excited that Gervonta Davis is coming back to boxing, because now the biggest name on American soil is going to be putting in some work. I mean, he gonna be putting in some overtime, brother. Look at this shit. We gotta be even talking Shakur. We gotta be talking Lamont Roach rematch. You want to move up, and look, Tank got the WBA. That's beautiful, fight fans. That is wonderful. You decide to move up and you want that immediate title shot, they give it to you as long as you beating Gary Antoine Russell. I love it. I love it. There's nowhere to go. If Tank come back on some I'm retired, boxing is just so, like, oh, it's so trash. It's trashy. It's a trashy trash thing that can only pay me, 40 to maybe 50 million if I play my cards right. But it's garbage. It's trash. Yeah, I'd call it trash too. I, you know what I'm saying? I'd call it trash. I can go and make 40 or 50 million dollars in a sport, but I'm gonna call it trash. And Tank has those capabilities. But I'm gonna call it trash. It's only trash because the walls are closing in. That's what I'm starting to see, fight fans. Tell me I'm lying. The walls, there. Do you see a maneuver? Tank fans. We gonna be watching the way he moves. I don't give a damn what y'all saying. I don't give a damn what he's saying. We gonna watch how he moves. Does he got some issues going on in his brain? For sure. Does he need to talk to someone? A therapist, close friends, family? Yes. Deal with that, bro, for sure. But don't think that also, and listen, because I'm not in the baby shit. Don't think that he's the first fighter to have a lot going on in his head, bro. We had to witness Jermaine Taylor. Do y'all know what Jermaine Taylor was involved in? Outside of the ring, like the shit how he was. Bro, fighters everyone ain't the super straight people a lot of fighters deal with issues. We can't lower bars for our favorite fighters. You got to deal with it on your time, brother. But if you're going to be in the fight game, this is the moment that count. You are 30 years old, prime fighter. If this is what it is, now it's time to prove. PBC, how y'all going to save him? Y'all can't save him. There's no more life rafts here, bro. There's no more life rafts. We're going to see if this Titanic going to sink or swim. You dig? We're going to see. I think Tank is going to swim. And hear me, I'm rooting. I'm the guy that thinks that Tank going to swim. When we talking about Tank and any of these dudes, Keyshawn, we talking about Tank and Teo, we talking about Tank and Gary, we talking about Tank and Lamont. I think Tank can swim in all of them waters. He's a shark in all of them waters. Problem is, I just need to see it. That's all it is. You show me, and we good to go. We good to go. If Roach win, Martin is next. If he loses, then Fulton. Hey, Frank Martin, man, I don't even been checking on. I seen he supposed to be coming back, but I don't know, bro. Frank Martin right now, bro, I don't want to see no Lamont Roach and no Frank. That's all interference. Lamont Roach should be facing Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? Simple. Frank Martin need to go somewhere, Joe. Lamont Roach need to be only facing Gervonta Davis. He shouldn't even be facing Pitbull. I ain't thinking about no damn Frank Martin. You know what I mean? Frank Martin ain't never touched the belt, nothing. Man, get out of here, Joe. Lamont Roach is a title holder and the man to me that beat Gervonta Davis. That was Frank Martin that goes have several seats. Go do something else. You know what I mean? Shakur right there. Was that with Shakur and Frank? Oh, no, Frank then moved up. That's right. He had 40. Man, Frank got put in some work, bro. Frank lost. He got to the big one and lost. That's the way this game works. Ain't no Frank run interference. Nah, ain't no he ain't running. He Deion Sanders. He ain't running no damn interference. No, fuck out of here, Joe. So Lamont Roach should be going straight to Gervonta Tank Davis, in my opinion. But with that being said, fight fans, I'm gonna go ahead and get low. I might come on back a little later on, man, and see what's up with y'all, man. But once again, I wanted to kind of clear this up and see where we at. For the actual factuals, we did a video here on the channel, man. We put the statements out and everything from MVP Promotions. You know what I'm saying, with how they feel about all of this. And once again, it was basically a business-friendly statement, them kind of covering their ass. And I think we understand. I definitely do. I don't blame Jake Paul. If y'all want to get caught into the mix of, Jake just didn't want to face Tank and he was so afraid, y'all go ahead, and whatever. Have at it. That's not where I'm at with it. I think Jake is just a straight-up businessman, and he uses boxing as a business vessel. And Tank became bad business. You know what I mean? And it's as simple as that. He just literally became bad business. He became a hands-off thing. And can't go. Tank is a third rail to Jake Paul right now. You totally offended the main demographic that I need for my endeavors to succeed, and that is women. So whether you did it or not, and there's a lot of folks that's going to walk away, especially in probably women, that's going to walk away with Tank already convicted in their minds. because he has a pattern in a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? He's been down this road many, many times, whether it's true or not. The allegations are always around him. You know what I'm saying? These ain't not pretty allegations, dog. These are not something I think that Tank Davis want around him. I think they just keep happening. These allegations ain't good for business. These ain't allegations. Oh, man, he's a publicity stunt. These are terrible for business. What network is going to want to come close to a fighter that's offending women or being constantly allegated against to be a women offender? You know what I mean? What company is going to want to do business with you? So it's on Tank Davis. So we get up real soon, fight fans. To the next video, fam, bam. Peace out.